A single killing has ignited outrage across Mexico. Carlos Manzo, mayor of Uruapan in Michoacan state, was shot dead during Day of the Dead celebrations, a crime captured on video as families ran for cover. Hours later, protesters surrounded the government palace in Morelia, the state's capital, chanting for justice and calling for the governor's resignation. But this anger runs deeper than one death. Manzo had spent months denouncing corruption, cartel ties, and the political protection that allows organized crime to rule. He exposed extortion networks, draining Michoacan's farmers, and demanded more security for his city, help that never came. Defiant and outspoken, he vowed to confront criminal groups even if it cost him his life. That earned him a nickname, the Mexican Bukele. Now, he's another name on Mexico's growing list of murdered mayors. The unrest exposes a deeper crisis. The ruling party now holds unprecedented power after the last election, the presidency, Congress, and much of the judiciary. Yet, with all that power, there's no sense of control. Every new killing is met with the same empty script: condolences, investigations, silence. The policy, once summed up by former President Andrés Manuel López Obrador as abrazos no balazos, hugs not bullets, promised to tackle violence through social programs instead of confrontation. His successor, Claudia Sheinbaum, pledged a shift toward intelligence-led policing, but on the ground, little has changed. That message, that criminals could act without consequence, has become the defining truth of this new era, and Mexico is now paying for it in blood. Since Sheinbaum took office, 8 mayors have been assassinated, from Guerrero and Oaxaca to Michoacán and Hidalgo. A year ago, Alejandro Arcos Catalán, mayor of Chilpancingo, was beheaded, his head left on top of a car in the city center. His killing shocked the world. Today, it barely makes the news. Across large parts of Mexico, organized crime has replaced the state. According to official data, cartels now operate in at least 80% of municipalities, controlling territory, imposing taxes, and enforcing their own rules. In states like Michoacán, Guerrero, and Zacatecas, armed groups decide who can plant, sell, or even enter certain towns. The National Citizen Observatory estimates that more than 30 million Mexicans live in areas under partial cartel control. Violence has become routine. Mexico is on track to record over 23,000 homicides this year, among the highest in the world. Extortion has surged by nearly 60% in the past 5 years, while impunity remains above 95%, meaning almost no crime is ever punished. So when protests erupted in Morelia, they weren't just about the death of one mayor. They were the eruption of a society that has lost trust in its institutions. For millions of Mexicans, the question is no longer if the state can protect them, but whether the state still exists at all.